With former Danity Kane singer Dee Wood. She's sharing new allegations about Sean Diddy Combs. Eva Pilgrim spoke with her. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning again, George. He was one of the most powerful people in the entertainment industry, but now music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is behind bars on sex trafficking and racketeering charges. This morning, Dee Woods, one of the members of Danity Kane, sharing what it was like to work for him.
This morning, with music mogul Sean Diddy Combs' criminal trial just months away.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all did a great job today, ladies.
Some of those who worked closely with the hitmaker describing for the first time their experiences. Dee Woods shot to fame as 1/5 of the chart-topping girl group Danity Kane after starring on MTV's popular reality show, Making the Band 3.
The day we were chosen, I was like, it's bad boy for life, baby.
She says what should have been a dream come true quickly became something else, alleging Diddy created a verbally abusive work environment.
I'm curious why you decided to speak up now.
I would say that this moment now is a time where I feel like my experience, my truth will really be heard and actually considered and believed.
Dee Woods sharing her story as part of a new investigation discovery docuseries, The Fall of Diddy.
From the outside, he was this mogul. He was this guy who, could make your dreams come true.
Unsettling scenes like this, a reminder of what it was like on Making the Band.
Juanita, what's your stomach looking like? For real, are you feeling a little thick?
I always feel thick next to these skinny chicks.
You're like a burger away.
He did it in different ways with all of us. Picking and prodding and just a way to chip and knock away, but then praise you.
I see myself standing in those dark, scary, predatory spaces and hearing somebody say some of the most degrading things to me.
How was it predatory?
Somebody constantly treating you like a piece of meat. Only valuing you for your sex appeal. And in some of the environments, it was even scary to be by yourself.
Despite turmoil on and off camera, Danity Kane debuted to massive success. But that momentum came to a screeching halt when Diddy fired Aubrey O'Day and Dee Woods.
Based on a lot of things that I've heard, you're not really a happy camper in this situation.
No, I don't think anyone has been happy for a long time in this situation.
Okay, so you can go too.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive about that.
In the docuseries, Dee Woods claims she saw what she says were inappropriate communications from Diddy to Aubrey prior to their firing.
Was there anyone you could have talked to about it?
Absolutely not. Each other.
There was no one to tell?
Because what were they going to do? So it's like, how do we survive this?
Diddy has denied all allegations against him in the documentary. His attorneys telling ABC News the producers failed to provide sufficient time or details for his representatives to address unsubstantiated claims, adding he has full confidence in the facts and the judicial process where the truth will prevail. The accusations against him are pure fiction.
Are you afraid in some ways that he'll get out, that there'll be some sort of retribution?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, even doing this, it's like, maybe I shouldn't say, maybe I should stop talking, shut up, but it's like, not talking hasn't changed anything either.
Dee Woods has never stopped pursuing her passions, returning to her theater roots and even performing on Broadway.
What would you say to Diddy if you had the chance to talk to him?
Girl, I honestly do not know. But I don't think you really have to say anything. As long as I'm holding my head up high and my shoulders back.
And Dee Woods is still actively performing, actively auditioning. She laughed about how busy it is right now because it's pilot season, and she's hopeful about what's to come. The Fall of Diddy premieres tonight on Investigation Discovery, and it streams on Max. We watched the whole thing, our whole team.
Yeah.
There was a lot you haven't seen before.
Okay. Well said. Thank you, Eva, as always.
You guys remember Dee Woods? She was a part of the whole when Diddy was on all of the making the bands, Identity Kane.
That's the whole
yeah.
Dee Woods.
So she decided to sit down with Good Morning America and speak out and break her silence on troubling interactions that she said she had with Sean Diddy Combs.
After starring on MTV's popular reality show, Making the Band 3.
The day we were chosen, I was like, it's Bad Boy for life, baby.
She says what should have been a dream come true quickly became something else, alleging Diddy created a verbally abusive work environment.
I'm curious why you decided to speak up now.
I would say that this moment now is a time where I feel like my experience, my truth will really be heard and actually considered and believed.
Did she say what happened?
This was just a couple minutes ago, right?
Yeah, so this is breaking right now. The sit down with Good Morning America. So we do have another clip loading where she's going to go into more detail. But I think that for a lot of people, you know, just like when Cassie spoke out or when Dawn Richards spoke out, it's just like, whoa, this is a person that was really close.
Yeah, they
we
were the
watched
closest
her
to
be
him.
really close to him. Let's take a listen to this second clip where she goes more in detail.
I see myself standing in those dark, scary, predatory spaces and hearing somebody say some of the most degrading things to me.
How was it predatory?
Somebody constantly treating you like a piece of meat, only valuing you for your sex appeal. And in some of the environments, you know, it was even scary to be by yourself.
Wow. Yeah.
Is that because she's gonna be on the on one of those documentaries, right? I think Dee Woods is gonna be on one of those. I think it's the ID documentaries.
Fall of Diddy. That's the name of it. Yeah, the Fall of Diddy.
Whatever it's for is it can't work out well for him, a person sitting in jail right now and trying to claim his innocence. Because even if this is just for a documentary, if I'm prosecution, I now want to reach out to her if I didn't already know to have a conversation with her because, you know, this isn't the first time you've heard things like this. So.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dang. Thank you, Lauren. Well, that is just with the mess. All right, now let's get to the mix.
Danity Kane was on this Investigation Discovery documentary, The Fall of Diddy. And one of the things that she talked about on that documentary was Diddy's predatory behavior.
Okay.
I see myself standing in those dark, scary, predatory spaces and hearing somebody say some of the most degrading things to me.
How was it predatory?
Somebody constantly treating you like a piece of meat, only valuing you for your sex appeal. And in some of the environments, it was even scary to be by yourself.
At the risk of caping for Puff Daddy, I'm just curious, like, where's the crime?
What, a predatory behavior?
Yeah,
and saying, like, degrading things to you?
I mean, being a jerk isn't necessarily grounds for, you know, criminality.
Well, listen, I think that at a time like this, when things get brought up, you're not really going to have people on your side when you were degrading to them. I wish if I was at work, if somebody was saying predatory and degrading things to me, I would have grounds.
But, I mean, Puff Daddy, you're his artist, right? So, you know, he wants the best out of his artist, and sometimes that comes at a cost of being mean.
Well, she also said in this that they were treated like pieces of meat and that it was really all about their sexuality. And that people would be like, it would be scary to be alone with him. All right, now here's what else she had to say as far as why it was scary for her to even speak up, even now.
Are you afraid in some ways that he'll get out, that there'll be some sort of retribution?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, even doing this, you know, it's like, maybe I should stop talking, shut up, you know, but it's like, you know, well, not talking hasn't changed anything either.
Feels too ambiguous to me.
All right. Well, I will say I've been following Dee Woods even after Danity Kane. She did For Colored Girls on Broadway, did phenomenal when I went to go see that play. She also did another play called The Black Odyssey. So she's been doing her thing on Broadway. So she's still working and following her passion.